In some lighter news, it was just madness inside. Gunman kills 4 people at Tulsa hospital complex. So I read this, and my response, because I'm a rational person, is why did those nurses and doctors and those secretaries let this happen? Did they leave the door open? Why wasn't the secretary well trained in firearms? Why wasn't every doctor also trained in how to be a SWAT officer? I think what we need to do is call up our local representatives and our national representatives and demand, folks, we got to demand that to be a doctor or a nurse or a secretary, you need to go through 5 years of SWAT training, because otherwise they're going to let this stuff happen. Those shitty ass doctors and nurses, how dare they leave the door open? Obviously, I'm being facetious. 4 people were killed in Tulsa on Wednesday after a gunman, who was later found dead, opened fire on the 2nd floor of a medical building, authorities in Oklahoma said. It was just madness inside, with hundreds of rooms and hundreds of people trying to get out of the building, Tulsa Police Captain Richard Muhlenberg told CNN. The mass shooting is among the latest instances nationwide. By the way, among the latest. Note this language. Among the latest. Why does it say among the latest? Because there were like 2 other mass shootings that happened yesterday. That's why it says among the latest. Instances nationwide of first responders and civilians coming face to face with the threat of gun violence in public spaces. It comes more than 2 weeks after a racist assault at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, and a bloody attack at a church in California, and 8 days after a heartbreaking massacre at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. Now again, I'm teasing up a little bit here, but this is guns for teachers. Ohio State House passes bill. DeWine looks forward to signing it. Little outdated. This is from yesterday. A little outdated. When are we going to see the fucking bills? Guns for nurses. Guns for doctors. Guns for secretaries. Republicans, their solution to mass shootings is to blame the teachers and say that they should have been more trained in firearms. And now they're going to pass legislation to do that. But what about the nurses and doctors? What about the grocery store bagger? When you're at the fucking supermarket in Buffalo, shouldn't all the baggers have fucking, like, revolvers and shotguns? Why isn't the fucking person in the bakery, during, in between, working at, baking cakes, they should be cleaning out rifles? What the fuck? What the fuck? This country, I mean, again, I'm sorry, I can't, I've lost it. I just want to say, I have lost it. I can't even pretend to be offended anymore at this country. This is just funny. This is funny stuff. This is funny. I mean, I'm sorry, maybe I'm being a little heartless, but fuck.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
This is just hilarious. Senate goes on recess after the Uvalde shooting. Schumer and Biden say there's nothing we can do. Meanwhile, in Ohio, guns for teachers. I'm excited to give rifles to every single 2nd grade teacher. This is hilarious. We have to be honest about this shit. This is the funniest fucking shit in the world. And you know what? I don't just blame the politicians. I blame the Americans. Americans are fucking stupid. Let's be real. Let's be real. The American population, let's be honest. Look at the fucking voting record of the average American. I mean, first of all, most people don't even bother voting. These fucking uppity, pretentious douchebags that go like, oh, both parties suck and the country sucks, so I'm not gonna bother voting. Like, it's one thing, right, if you, live in a heavily black neighborhood in Texas, for example, and you can't get any time off of your job, and you see that the voting line is going to take 6 hours, and you're literally just unable to vote because the state is repressing your ability to vote. That's one thing. I'm not blaming those people, right? That's why I vote, because I know that certain people in minority districts are getting their right to vote stripped away from them. That's why for me, voting is even more important. For me, I don't have a day job. If I have to take the whole day off to stand in line to vote, you know what, motherfucker? I'm going to do it. Why? Because I care about people that can't. People that gotten felony convictions for like marijuana possession, right? I care about those people that can't vote. But what about all these other people that can vote but choose not to? They deserve it. They fucking deserve that shit. Oh, I'll go around thinking I'm better than everybody, so I don't vote. Oh no, my kid died in a mass shooting. Well, gee willikers, if only someone would have done something. Go fuck yourself. And Republicans that vote for these motherfuckers, go fuck yourself. America deserves mass shootings. Let's be honest. Now, the poor don't. The minorities don't. Right? The people typically that get targeted don't deserve it. Right? But America, as a concept, as a whole, Jesus Christ, man. Let's be real. This is all manufactured by us. By this country. No one fucking reads, no one learns, no one studies new things, no one cares to learn about the world. No one fucking cares at all to fix anything. Anything. Our leaders don't care, but who put our leaders there? The shit-fuck voters. What happened, by the way? Remember when we all voted for fucking Joe Biden? And people were talking about electoral college reform. Electoral college reform. We don't want anyone to ever win the presidency with not having the popular vote. What happened to that? What about the Supreme Court? What about the Senate? Is anyone going to talk about abolishing these shitfuck institutions? You know who's on the Supreme Court? You know the conservatives on the Supreme Court? Most of them were appointed by a president that didn't win the popular vote. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? Most of the people that are conservatives on the court were installed by the losers. Like, it's insane! But this is what we do. This is what we do in this country. The Senate is 50-50. But the Democratic Party represents 40 million more constituents. But they're 50-50. Let's talk about uncapping the House. What the fuck is this 435 shit? That's not in the Constitution. That's some garbage. But some stupid motherfuckers, I think maybe in the 1920s or whatever, decided, let's put a cap on how many people are allowed to be in Congress. We should be having thousands of representatives. Representation was designed to go up. More representatives would be added as the population increases. That's in the Constitution. We got to uncap the House too. Get rid of the Senate, get rid of the Supreme Court, uncap the House. Is anyone going to do that? No. But no one cares. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. Jesus, motherfuck. Americans are the most selfish fucking losers on planet Earth. And again, I'm not talking about the poor and the downtrodden, right? Because I'm poor, I'm the downtrodden, right? So I know I care a lot. And the people that are affected the most by this country's fucking garbage are very, 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 very passionate about these issues. But we're talking about the people that they've still got blinders on. They don't care. Oh, supermarket down the street. Well, I wasn't there shopping, so I don't care. Oh, elementary school the next town over, just 19 kids massing. Well, I don't care because my kid's not in that school. Like seriously, how the fuck are we living in a country where like 60% of the people just don't vote? How the fuck are we living in that country? Jesus goddamn Christ. Jesus goddamn fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm tired of blaming politicians. I want to blame some fucking shitfuck American voters. I want to blame these fucking moron, brainwashed losers. Motherfucker, we've got the internet. What's your fucking excuse? What's your fucking excuse for not learning about this government? What's your excuse for not voting for candidates that are going to actually better us? What's your excuse? I don't have time. Make time, motherfucker. let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. If you've got a kid and you don't vote, or you vote for Republican, or you vote for shitty conservative Democrats, fuck you. Fuck you. Because guess what? I don't care if you're working 2 fucking jobs. You've got a child. You brought a fucking child into this fucking country. And you're not going to do anything at all about making sure that child's going to fucking survive? If you've got a kid and you don't have time to learn about voting, fuck you, okay? Fuck you. And again, people that have time to educate people, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you educating people? You should be knocking on doors, just educating parents on what the fuck's going on in this country. And I'm talking to myself here too. This is why I do a fucking show online, because I want people to be able to find something entertaining in their free time, and I want them to learn from entertainment. That's what I want to do. Right? That's my role. That's what I've decided to do. Is I want to entertain people and also wake them the fuck up as to what's going on in this country. I have a lot of people that tell me, I don't have time to learn, but you make learning things about like cooking interesting. You make learning about politics interesting. And that to me, wow, that's an amazing compliment. But we need more people to do that. Right? It's a 2-pronged approach. But again, I'm thinking about, I've got 3 kids and I'm just going to like raise them in a country where the more kids die in this country in shootings than police die in this country in shootings. You know what I mean? Like, 1, why are you having kids in this country? Huh? What the fuck? What? Oh, because I want a child! How fucking selfish are you, motherfucker? How about you fix the fucking country before you bring a fucking kid into this world? And I'm talking to my parents on this one. What the fuck were you thinking? I don't want to deal with this fucking shit! Jesus fucking Christ. Let's get back on this article. I'm sorry for going off on a little rant there, but I'm just so sick of this. I'm so sick of everyone's complaints and crying. Everyone's got to blame someone else. Everyone blames everyone else. No one takes fucking responsibility. This fucking shit sucks, man. Law enforcement received a call just before 5 p.m. Wednesday about a person with a firearm at the Natalie Medical Building, a physician's office facility on the campus of St. Francis Hospital. Tulsa Police Deputy Chief Eric Dalglish said at a news conference. Responding officers who arrived within minutes were hearing shots in the building, and that's what directed them to the second floor. The gunman was found dead by police as they worked their way inside the building, Muhlenberg said, and has not been publicly identified. Police identified the gunman's fatal wounds were self-inflicted, and 2 firearms described by Muhlenberg as semi-automatic rifle and a semi-automatic pistol, believed to have been used in the shooting, were found next to him. 2 of the deceased were found in the same room as the gunman. So why don't all the nurses and doctors have guns? You know what we got to do? When you go to medical school, you have to learn how to be a ninja too. You got to learn like kung fu. You got to learn how to like fucking like, you know, run on the walls and ceilings and shit. You got to like become Spider-Man if you want to be a doctor, because otherwise we're not going to stop the flow of guns. Police certainly aren't going to do anything in time. So the only way we're going to deal with this is by making all of our doctors part-time ninjas. I mean, seriously, can you come up with a better option? Like, let's be honest. Like, let's be real. We're fucked. We are fucked. This country's fucked. It's over. It's done. This is what we're in right now. Is like the house of cards is already falling. Like, no amount of like, oh, if I just make this slight adjustment, oh, if I pick this card up, if I hold it here, no amount of coping is going to make the house of cards stay alive. The house of cards is crumbling. It's over. We've already lost. It's done. It's done. It's over. Game, set, match. We're just watching the end. Like, you know when like you're playing a fucking like, you know, a competitive game, like let's say chess, for example, and you know you're going to win, and your opponent knows you're going to win in 3 turns, Right, but you play out the turns anyway. Right, just for fun. You just play it out. You don't need to play it out. Everyone knows you won. Your opponent knows you won. You know you won. But you play it out anyway. That's what we're at right now. The country's done. It's over. It's over. It's done. We're just playing it out. So I'm sorry for ranting and raving, but this fucking shit is getting ridiculous. Everyone's to blame. Everyone. I'm not just blaming the politicians. Because that's too easy. Everyone knows politicians suck. But how many people are willing to do literally anything about that? Oh, I know politicians are bad. And then that's the end? That's the end of your political activism? You don't care anymore? Politicians are bad. Great. You cracked the fucking code. You figured it out. You gonna do anything about it? All these fucking motherfuckers and their excuses. I got excuses. You got excuses. Everyone's got excuses. But guess what? At some point, we all gotta fucking do something about it. What happened to the energy in 2020? When America saw police brutality and the whole country decided to do nonstop protesting? What happened to that energy? Oh, we tried it and it didn't work, so we give up? I had the most faith in this country during the summer of 2020 than I've ever had and presumably ever will. And what happened? Well, the state solidified its power. The state decided it's not going to do anything to help us. We learned that the state's not going to help us. And then we just fucked off and we went back to doing our regular shit. I don't know, man. We don't have fucking healthcare in this country. What the fuck? We don't have anything. Our schools are garbage. They brainwash our children. Imagine having a child and sending your child to public school and not supplementing that with anything else. Like, imagine, there's a lot of great teachers out there, but let's be honest. A lot of these Republicans are making schools so unbearable to be in with these CRT laws, and you're not allowed to say this about that, and censorship everywhere, banning books all over the place. They're fucking with public education, and yet people are... And if you don't send your child to school, you get police officers to fucking smash your door down? You know what I mean? Like, this fucking country is fucking shit. It is garbage. It is garbage. Everyone in this country is garbage to some degree. We are produced by garbage. We are raised by garbage. We are raised to become garbage. And then we pass the garbage on to the next generation. Oh, we have a kid. My job is done. What the fuck? If you have a child, you should be even more upset about what's happening in this country. You should be even more inclined to do something about it in your spare time. And I understand capitalism makes us so that we don't have any spare time. I fucking get it. But we're in the fucking loop. When are we gonna break the loop? We're in a fucking perfect fucking circle. And we gotta get out of the fucking circle. There's mass shootings in this country every single day. Every day! Every single day there's a mass shooting in this country. Every day. Is anyone going to do anything about it? Anyone? Guess what? The shooters are going to do something about it. They're going to learn, oh shit, I got free reign. The shooters are going to learn America's never going to learn their lesson. I can plan a shooting for 6 more months. They won't do anything. And then my shooting's going to be even more insane and more fun. That's what the shooters are learning. The shooters are learning the lessons. Are you? It's insane. It's fucking insane. Fewer than 10 people suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Well, I'm glad that they're not life-threatening. But I am just so sick of this fucking shit. And again, I'm just going to make this part of the same segment. Look at what fucking Republicans are doing. Guns for teachers. Ohio State House passes bill. DeWine looks forward to signing it. An Ohio bill allowing education staff to carry guns in school with reduced training is on its way. Reduced training. That's what you want. More guns, less training. More guns, less training. What could possibly go wrong? The bill, House Bill 99, allows any adult in public or private school to carry a concealed firearm in the school's safety zone if the district chooses to do so with 737 hours of peace officer training required by current law. Without the 737 hours. More guns, less training. Ship it. This fucking country, man. Holy shit.